Okay, so let's just keep reading here. Jesus says it this way. He says, now comes the judgment of the world. Let that sink in. Because where I come from, and that's all I can talk about, where I come from. People probably get tired of me talking about where I come from. But that's all I know, what I grew up on. And what I grew up on was Jesus came and he died for your sins on behalf of you. And he was judged. The Father judged him instead of judging you. And once you get in, you say the prayer, you get saved, you're good. That judgment is passed. But there's another judgment coming. You're going to judge your life, and depending on how you lived, whether or not you're going to get a reward. So we get out from under one judgment just to come up under another one. And you better do right. And all this is with the threat of eternal conscious torment. Talking about where I grew up. But Jesus, listen to what Jesus says, why he came. Why did he come? Why did he come to planet Earth? To save, to deliver. From what? It wasn't his angry Father that he came to deliver us from. It was sin and death. Because of Adam's choice to live independent of God, sin entered the world. And death because of sin. But Jesus comes not to condemn the world, John chapter 3, but to save the world. Why? Because those that don't believe are condemned already. Well, that condemnation is not of God. It's because of their sin. And the death that comes, the wages of sin is death. It's because of their choice to be independent of God, to live independent of him. They're condemned already because of their unbelief, because they have not believed. Now, it's not their belief that sets them right. It was Jesus and his life, his death, all that he did. That's what sets us right. My belief, it just comes when I see it. When I get the revelation. When my eyes are lifted. When the light is shown on my darkness and my ignorance, and the lies that I believe are revealed. And I see the truth. Jesus said, the truth will make you free. You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. So you see, belief is simply a response to the revelation of what's already true. And what's already true? Well, it's true that the judgment that was coming to me because of my sin and my death, that sin was bringing death to me because of that condemnation that I was in because of my choices. Jesus bore that. Jesus was judged in my stead as me and for me. I was included in what he did. And ever since Jesus, the old Adamic nature has been dealt with. It's gone. It's no more. Jesus straightened out the crook. I'm getting into so much stuff that's not necessarily specific to this passage, but I just want to share it with you. Talking about Jesus said, this is the reason that I've come to this moment, was for this judgment, that the world be judged. Now, did he judge the world, or did he not? It's a crisis. Just the Greek word judgment, crisis. A revelation, a revealing. Taking on our darkness, our ignorance, our unbelief, and dying, killing it. And he goes on to say, if I'm lifted up from the earth, I will draw all people to myself, he says. If he's lifted up from the earth, he's going to draw all to himself. All judgment, all people is going to be dragged to him. And it's something that he accomplished. It's something that he did. Judgment. Let me see. Let's read on. And he talks about, let's see. So the crowd spoke to him again. We heard in the law, they said, that the Messiah will last forever. How can you say that the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man? The light is among you a little while longer, replied Jesus. Keep walking while you have the light, in case the darkness overcomes you. People who walk in the dark don't know where they're going. While you have the light, believe in the light so that you may be children of light. With these words, Jesus went away and was hidden from them. Some interesting verses just prior to this talking about hidden from them. Talking about how Isaiah prophesied that God would blind their eyes lest they believe and be healed. John chapter 12. What God did to the Jews in blinding them, causing them not to believe that he was who he said he was. And it says somewhere back there, nevertheless, some believed. Some of the rulers of the Jews believed, but they would not confess him because they feared men more than God. So you got that. You're saying God didn't want them to believe? Well, he blinded their eyes lest they believe. I don't want to really get into it, but I think it was so Jesus would be crucified, because that was why he came. And had everybody received him, those powers that be, the leaders, the Jews, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, had they received him, they wouldn't have crucified him. And if they hadn't have crucified him, Jesus would not have been able to deliver them. Interesting. I know. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not telling you that's the way it is. I'm just saying it's a thought. So, just to sum up, on these verses that we looked at, when it thundered from heaven, when God spoke, telling the Son that he was going to glorify him. Jesus said, now the hour has come. Judgment has come. The prince, the power of this world, this age, he's fixing to be thrown out. It's interesting how people say the devil did something. Well, Jesus saying the devil's going to be dealt with. The prince and the power of the air, the accuser, he was dealt with at the cross. He has no power. You say, well, what are you saying? I'm saying Jesus defeated his foe. He defeated our enemy. Sin, death, the prince of the air, the prince of the ages, the prince and the power of the air, the accuser. Either Jesus judged the world or he didn't. The world has come to this crisis, and God has spoken regarding his judgment. So, let me stop this video and we'll keep on reading.